Hi, that's our last video for chapter 6, and in this video we are going to solve question 18 and 20. In this question, it's about two rectangles. There are two rectangular plots of land L1, let's say this one is L1, and L2, let's say this one is L2, and they are not drawn to scale. The difference between the length and width of L1 is 3 meters. So that means that the length and width, the difference is 3. That means that if the width, let's say it is x, then the length would be, what is it? X plus 3. Okay. And the length of L1 is 8 meters more than that of L2. And assume that this is the length of L2, and this one is 8 meters more than this. Then at the time, the length of L2 would be x plus 3 minus 8, right? Because this is shorter than this. By how much? By 8. And it says that the width of L1 is 5 meters less than that of L2. So this thing is shorter than this. By how much? By 5 meters, right? The width of L1. So if it is x, then this width would be, what is it? X plus 5, right? But the width of L1 is 5 meters short, less than that of L2, so this is longer than this width. And the area of L2 is 250 meters squared, more than half that of L1. Okay, so that is 200 meters squared, more than half that of L1. Find the length and width of L1 and L2. Okay, let's say the area of this rectangle is A sub 1, area of this one is A sub 2. It's saying that this A sub 2, right? A sub 2 is equal to 1 over 2 A sub 1 plus 250. Right? Okay, it says that this one is 250 more, right? From then what half of A sub 1. The area of L2 is 250 meters squared, more than half that of L1. Okay, and find the length and width of L1 and L2. So we need to find the width and length of this rectangle. Simply, we need to find their dimensions. Okay, now if you substitute here, what is L2? Let me just write it first as A sub 2 minus 1 over 2 A sub 1 minus 250 is equal to 0. And A sub 2, after A sub 2, that's equal to x plus 5. It is width, right? And length is x plus 3 minus 8 is x minus 5 minus 1 over 2 times. What is the area of A1? Width times length. That is x times x plus 3. And here we have 250. That's equal to 0. Okay. Now if you just remove the brackets, here we have x squared minus 25. It is a plus b, a minus b, minus 1 over 2 x squared. And here we have minus 3 over 2 x minus 250 is equal to 0. Okay. So now if I just multiply both sides by 2 and simplify, we will get this equation. X squared minus 3x minus 550 is equal to 0. Okay, and you know how to simplify this. Actually, if you can factorize this, or you can use a formula to solve this quadratic equation. But here I'm going to solve this by factorization methods. We can write this negative 550 as the product of 25 and 22. And this thing, negative 3 equals negative 25 plus 22. So we can factorize it as x minus 25 and x plus 22 is equal to 0. That means x equals 25 or x equals negative 22. And we know that x is the length, so this answer is rejected. right? Now, if I just substitute the value of x, this thing, value of x into here, we will get the dimensions of L1 and L2. So our answer, dot, dot, dots, let's just write in blue, dot, 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 dimensions of L1, right? If we substitute here, is 25 plus 3, 28. That is 25 by 28 rectangle. How about L2? If you substitute here, it is 25 plus 5, 30, and 25 minus 5, it is 20, right? So this one is 20 by 25 rectangle. And the dimensions of this rectangle is 20 by 25. And the first one is 25 by 28. Okay, that is the answer to this problem. This is how we solve this. And the last problem is from a pure math. It says that there is a 2-digit number. And before we saw similar question, if you remember, such that the sum of its digits is 6, while the product of the digits is 1/3 the original number. Find the number. So if you're talking about this 2-digit number, right, and we can just write it as 10a plus b. Right? And here in the first part of the question, it says that the sum of its digits is 6. So these are the digits, right? It has 2 digits, and sum of these digits, a plus b, is equal to 6. While the product of the digits, that is a times b, is 1/3 of the original number. The original number is this number, right? Or instead of this, we can write 10a plus b. If we rewrite this, we will get this simultaneous equations. A plus b equals 6. A times b is equal to 1/3 times 10a plus b. Okay. Again, how can we solve this? By substitution method. From the first equation, we can express b in terms of a, that is 6 minus a, and substitute in the second equation. First multiply both sides by 3. Here we have 3 times a times, what is b? B is 6 minus a equals, on the right hand side, we have 10a plus 4b. I can use this expression, that is 6 minus a. As see here, I think we are going to get a quadratic equation. 3a times 6, that is 18a. 3a times a minus 3a squared equals, here we have 10a minus a, 9a plus 6. Or if you just take everything to the right hand side and simplify, here we will get 3a squared, 9a minus 18a, that is minus 9a, and 6, we don't have any other constant number, it is plus 6 is equal to 0. And still we can simplify this, as all these numbers are divisible by 3, so we can simplify this further and get a squared minus by 3, it is 3a by 3 plus 2 is equal to 0, right? And if we solve this by factorization, -2 times -1, -2 plus -1 is equal to -3. So it is a minus 2, a plus 1 is equal to 0. There are two possible answers. Actually here, it's not plus, it is minus. So here, a equals 2 or a equals 1. So we have two possible answers. If a equals 2, right, substitute here. If a equals 2, b equals 6 minus 2 is equal to 4. So that 2-digit number will be 24, right? And if a equals 1, then b will be 6 minus 1, that is 5. Then the 2-digit number will be 15. That is the first possible answer. This one is the second possible answer. Actually, both of these numbers satisfy all the given conditions in the problem. Okay, so the answer is, find the number. It's either 24 or 15. That is 24 or 15. Okay, that is the end of this chapter. And we'll finish by this quote: success is neither magical nor mysterious. Success is a natural consequence of consistently applying basic fundamentals. And how is it related to our class? You have some basic fundamentals: how to add numbers, how to subtract two numbers, or multiplication, division using brackets. These are just some principles, right? Very basic laws in math. By using this one step by step, okay, read the problem and try to understand using these principles, and try to solve the problems. Thank you very much. Bye.